Hi, everyone. Let me see. Thank you for joining us today. Um, all right, let me try to find my guest. Yes, there she is. Hello, hello. Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Good, also. Thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I will say the truth. I'm just a little bit afraid of this talking, but just only about my English. I will try to explain everything, and I hope that I will have enough words to say what I want to say.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Like I've heard you speak in English in press conferences and everything, so I'm not worried at all.
Thanks.
So yeah, so how are things in Russia for you right now? Obviously, you're at home.
Yes, we are staying at home now, and we are waiting for opening our sport base, and we don't know when it will be. Maybe it will happen in June. Um, Maybe it will be a very good result for us. Maybe we will start a little bit later, but of course, most uh, of swimming pools in Russia closed, but in some regions, in some cities, we begin to open swimming pools, stadiums, and but not in Moscow, not our base
Hmm.
round lake.
Well, that's encouraging if things are starting to open again. And can you talk about when the virus started? You guys kept training at first, and then it was a little bit crazy. Your round lake closed, and you moved somewhere else, and that also closed. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, it was like a trip because we usually train on base Round Lake. We train there for many, many years, and we really love it because we can practice there for 24 hours just in the water. We can use this time for practice. And when the virus began, and our Ministry of Sport decided to close our base, and but they left only one base. We call it Novogorsk,
Hmm.
and here was artistic gymnastics. No, we were with artistic gymnastics, and on Novogorsk it was rhythmic
Hmm.
gymnastics. Yes, I always think that they're not so different, the names, but they are, of course, different. And we moved to Novogorsk with artistic gymnastics, and just only three kind of sports were sitting on this base.
Hmm.
We came on Sunday in the evening, and on Monday in the morning, we were tested on coronavirus, all the athletes, all the personnel, and we had four positive tests. Just one from the athlete from artistic gymnastics,
Hmm.
and it was the evening, and the next day we moved home because base is closed and we have no opportunity to practice. And of course, we need self-isolation
Hmm.
because we couldn't contact with our families, and we were sitting for 2 weeks with my teammates. I was sitting with my friend Alexandra Patskevich and Vlada Chigirova. It
Hmm.
was a very funny time, and it was a great time, and we had this opportunity to be together because my parents now are in another city, and that's why we had place to go. And
Hmm.
it was a cool time, but of course we were afraid to be ill. I think it's normal. And after I think 10 days, one more doctor came to us and they tested us again, and they told us that it's okay and we can go home. Yeah,
That's good. So
yeah.
everybody on the team was healthy in the end.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Everyone were healthy, and I think that we were very stressed in this moment. But I think that the whole world is stressed about this
Hmm.
situation. Yeah.
And when you were you still training when they announced that the Olympics were postponed to 2021? Yeah.
Yes, we were still training because we thought that we will go to Europe Championship because it wasn't postponed yet.
Hmm.
And mm, I don't know. We were training, I think, because our coaches wanted to make the same graphic of our work to practice till August, then to have rest, and then to begin a new season.
Hmm.
But this situation with coronavirus finished everything which we've done, and it was a very crazy situation about Olympic Games. But I didn't hear something new. Uh, I knew that it would be this situation. I don't know why, but my head understood that it will happen, that the
Hmm.
games will be postponed, and the main thing is our healthy, and not Olympic Games, not sports, and but of course, I had time to cry. Really, I was crying, and it was a very difficult moment for me. Uh, because of course after Olympic Games I wanted to finish my sport career, and I need to swim one more year. Uh, I don't know yet if I will swim one more year or not.
Hmm.
Um, I was empty
Yeah.
at this moment, and I went through all stages. Uh, um Negation, anger, uh, depression, and then some adoption,
Hmm.
because I understood that we can't change it. We can't change the situation, and the whole world is sitting at home. And but I know, yes, maybe for such athletes like me, who are not so young, it's a very big problem because we
Yeah.
are not so maybe motivated for one year more, maybe.
Hmm.
And but I don't know. I will just, I think, say in September what I will do. Will I continue or not? But of course, I want to do it, but I'm very afraid. I'm very afraid about mm, that Olympic Games can be cancelled.
Mm. Yeah. We
It
don't
may
know.
be, we don't
Hmm.
know, and I'm afraid of the court, which will in July
Hmm.
with the CAS and the situation with Russia, and of course, it's the main thing which make me depressed and worried about this.
Hmm. Yeah, so for people watching, so the World Anti-Doping Association, back in December of last year, they banned Russia from the Olympics, having the flag, the anthems, and everything. And Russia appealed to the Court of Arbitration of Sports, and now we're still waiting because that was supposed to happen, I think, in March or April, but with the virus, everything is on hold. So,
Yes, we are waiting for a decision
mhm,
of a court, and but I just can say that clean athletes shouldn't be responsible for someone's cheating.
Mm-hmm.
I want to compete. I want to compete on international competitions, and I want to compete with my flag. And I think it's a normal situation, yes. And
Mm-hmm.
I was competing for many, many years. I always was competing with my flag, and it will be a very strange situation to compete without flag. And it will be a great opportunity to compete without flag. But they can say that we will not compete at all.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we just a little bit forget about this situation while this virus is going on, uh, and now we again remember about it, and we need just to wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was, I think, maybe the same situation before Rio de Janeiro. We
Mm-hmm.
were
Right.
waiting, yes, we were waiting for the decision for the last days, and we didn't know will we go or not. And of course, it was, I think, very difficult, and it was a pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And after this, it was a very sweet win, which made on in Rio, and we just can do this and hope
Mm.
for the best time to go to Olympics.
I hope, yeah, a decision is made sooner rather than later. But I remember in Rio, it was, I think, only a few days before the actual start of the Olympics, which in the end you guys could go, thankfully. Um, so yeah, I'll
Yes.
cross my fingers too.
Before the Rio, we had such a very difficult day for us because it was a very bad weather, and we were doing our routines, the whole routines from the beginning to the end. And as you know, it's very difficult not to
Hmm.
make a part, to make the whole routine. And one day, me and Natalia asked Tatiana Danchenko not to do the whole routine because we didn't know will we compete or not,
Mm.
while we need to do it if we will not go to Olympic Games. And just one day, we didn't do the whole routine. And we were very thankful for Tatiana because we were very, very tired physically and emotional. And when I remember these days, I don't want to return back, never.
Hmm.
And of course, it's a very big fear for me to be in this situation again.
That makes sense. And you were so talking about Rio a little bit. So you took a break after Rio. You had a beautiful daughter, and in Rio, did you always know that you wanted to come back for Tokyo or not?
Uh, I think that I knew that I would come back uh, because it was such a great on the closing ceremony of the Olympic Games. And I turned to my face and
Oh, there you
yeah,
go. You're back.
sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, yeah. I turned my face to Natalia and I told her we need to go. Maybe not as an athlete. Maybe I just don't know. Maybe like spectators, but we need to go because I think that Olympic Games in Tokyo would be great.
Hmm.
I know that they will organize or everything perfect.
Hmm.
And of course, I wanted to go together with Natalia, but I understood that she will retire. Yes, because we have a difference of 3 years.
Hmm.
Um, when I was pregnant, I was coaching. I was coaching the junior team and junior team and national team. I was the second coach. I helped Tatiana Danchenko. with the duet, and at some moments I could understand why I'm not swimming, why I'm standing near, and I'm not doing the elements, and sometimes could understand. I understood that I can do it, but not in this situation, not in this
Hmm.
moment, and I decided that I want to swim more, that it's not enough for me, and I'm not so tired. Uh, at first, I need, of course, to have a rest, just to have a rest for my body, for my muscles, for my head at first.
Hmm.
Then I was very tired to sit at home with my baby. I was sitting with daughter for 10 months without going anywhere because I was feeding her, and it was a very, very difficult time of my life. I couldn't go to the cinema, I couldn't go anywhere because she always needs me to be near. She
Hmm.
always was crying, and she slept very bad. We were sleeping just maybe for 3 hours at night, and I was like zombie. And yes, it was a crazy time for me. But I understood that my body is ready. My
Hmm.
body was ready to return, and of course, it wasn't only my decision. I was listening for my coach if I can return or not, because we had already duet Svetlana and Alexandra,
Hmm.
Svetlana and Varvara, and of course, girls won the competitions, and I need just to listen to the coaches what they will say. And they told me that they would be happy if I return, if I will help the team, and because it was the World Championship, yes, mm, the most greatest, yeah, competitions, and it wasn't very difficult for me to return. My head remembers everything,
Hmm.
but the most difficult thing for me was stretching. Yes, splits and my flexibility.
Hmm.
Because I had some problems with my back, and it was very difficult. And now it's also very difficult for me. I have no problems with splits. No, it's okay for me. I can sit on the chair,
Hmm.
and it's okay. But sometimes I was adapted, and I didn't know if I will return on that level from which I
Hmm.
mm, decided
The,
to have a rest.
hmm.
Yes, and I knew that if I will see that my level is not the same, if it's bad, I wouldn't return, because I think that if you return to national Russian team, you need to be perfect.
Hmm.
Yes, and but maybe after 2 months, I understood that it will be possible to be on the same level. And when I was doing, for example, Barracuda, I was sitting, and I remembered everything. My head told me, you need to sit down, close your arms. And it was a very funny situation, because my muscles were not very strong yet, but my head always told me what to do.
Hmm.
Yes, and it was a perfect connection with my head and my arms and legs.
Right. And the strength comes back the more you do it. That's easy probably to come back, to get back.
Yes, yeah, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I have time for this.
And you were talking about Natalia earlier, so she's your former duet partner, and she did exactly what you did, but the cycle before. So after London, she took a break, had a baby, and returned. Did she help you a little bit in your own comeback and how to manage everything?
I think that for me, it was much easier to return than Natalia, uh, because I knew everything which she'd done.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered everything what she was doing 4 years ago. Now we are renting a house near the Round Lake
Mm-hmm.
where my family lives. We have a babysitter, of course, and my daughter's living here because I have just 1 hour a day to see her.
Wow.
And Natalia done these too, and I know what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
When I had some questions, I could always phone her, text her, and she will answer me always. Sometimes I understand that I miss her. I miss her like a partner. Maybe I miss her like a sister, like
Mm-hmm.
such a person who will always help me in difficult situations. But we had time when we went to Kaliningrad in the city where Natalia lives. We went there with my family, with my husband and daughter, and we were spending time together. And I'm doing now the same thing which Natalia have done. And I think that it's really easy for me, but it's not easy, you know. It's
I
very
bet.
difficult. It's very difficult to have the practice all day long, and after that you have just 1 hour to see daughter. And maybe the first month I was crying uh, because it's a very difficult choice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my sport career, yes, and my family, my daughter, my husband, and but of course, everyone in my family helps me because they understand that it's my aim, that it's my goal, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, we thought that we need to live here just for maybe 5 or 6 months more, but now it's maybe 1 hour and 5 months, 1 year and
One
five
year, yeah.
months, yeah. And I don't know when I'm sitting at home when there is such situation in the whole world. I like this time spending with my family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet you get to enjoy your daughter a lot right now, and
Yes, but
that's
sometimes
great.
I'm very tired also.
So how much do you usually train when you're in the pool normally?
Uh, we we wanted to go to French Open,
Mm-hmm.
yes, to Paris, but we didn't go. And before these competitions, we were training maybe 9 or 8 hours in the water, not 10 as usual, because usually we train 10 hours before Olympics, and now it was just like coming up on that
Mm-hmm.
level. Yes, and we begin at 8 o'clock. We begin with the duet, uh, finish at 12:30. It's 4.5 in the water. Then we go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have belly, sometimes we have just exercises. Of course, every day we have splits and flexibility. And the second hour practice begin usually at 5:30 or 6 o'clock
That's
p.m. And
mm-hmm.
usually we finish at 10:30,
Wow.
but sometimes we can finish at 11. It all depends on how we work, how much mistakes we do, and sometimes it depends on the mood of our coach. Yes, I understood this moment when I was a coach because when I was smiling, yes, everything was very cool, and but when you have no mood, you think that your athletes do worth, and you always say again, again, let's do it again, and you can see the swimming pool till 11 p.m.
Oh, that's a very intense schedule.
Yeah.
Do you get to, so do you go home in between or do you stay at the base?
No, I
Okay.
usually, of course, go home, but the whole team stay on the base, and
Hmm.
just me and Alexandra, we have such opportunity to go home to see our babies.
That's good.
Yeah.
Um, and so to talk about more, a little bit about your beginnings, I had a few questions about just why and when you started in synchronized swimming.
Um, I just was 6 years old, uh, and my parents wanted me to just to swim. Of
Hmm.
course, not synchronized swimming because it wasn't very popular in our country, and in the building where is my swimming pool, there are two pools. One is for swimming and one is for synchro and diving.
Hmm.
And I think that it was like a destiny that a coach took my hand and just, uh,
Put you in the other pool.
yes, put
Yeah.
me in the pool of synchro. And after that, I began to practice every day. And I was also dancing. I
Hmm.
was going to school, then to swimming pool, and then I was go dancing. When I was 10 years old, I had some problems with my stomach, with my health.
Mm.
That's why I need to decide what to choose, synchro or dancing. And I choose synchro. But I think that it wasn't my choice. I think that it was a choice of my parents because I was too young. I was just 10 years
Mm.
old. I couldn't understand what will be better for me, swimming or dancing. But at that time, I thought that synchro is just like solo, that I will swim alone with music and it will
Hmm.
be very beautiful and not so synchro as now.
Hmm. Yeah, a team sport.
Yeah, and at 10 years, I also met Tatiana Danchenko because my first coach decided to go to live in another country in Greece.
Mm.
That's why I met Tatiana, and my mother asked her to see me, to look at me, because she never had such little girls, because she already had Davidova and Yermakova. Yes, and I was not high. I was a little bit chubby.
Hmm. Yeah, chubby. That's a word.
Yes, with such face and without splits, without stretching that at all. And Tatiana told us that she will give us only 2 months, yes, to make my body fit and to straighten my splits.
Hmm.
And it was a very difficult time for me because at that moment I understood that I don't have any childhood. No, I was just going to the swimming pool, and when we went home and we were sitting on splits, mother was sitting on me.
Hmm.
I had a
Oh.
book in my hands, and there is no any chocolate,
Mm.
any bread, any sweets. Just I think like a cucumber on the dinner and
Oh.
maybe some meat. Uh, But after that, after such schedule, after 2 months, Tatiana Danchenko understood that I must work with her.
Mm-hmm.
And we are working for many, many years till now. Yes, and I think that it's great when you have such a person near you who is working with you for such many years.
Yeah. And so you were 10 when you joined her training group, and then you joined the senior national team when you were 15, which I
Mhm.
think you're still the youngest swimmer in Russia to have done that. Did you expect it when you were 15 to be able to join the senior team and compete at Worlds that same year?
No, I think that I didn't expect it. It I was in junior team just for 1 year, and I understood that I have 3 more years to be there because in junior team I also was the youngest.
Hmm.
I was in juniors with Natalia Ischenko. It was her last year in juniors, and it was my first year. And of course, I understood that maybe I could do it. Yes, I could go to national team. Of course, it was for me a better time because it was just after Olympic Games.
Mm-hmm.
It was after Athens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and such athletes like Maria Kiselova, Olga Brusnikina, Olga Azarova, they finished their sport
Mm-hmm.
year, and I understood that there would be places in the national team, and I can try. Uh, we had some exercises for choosing in the national team. We were swimming, we were doing elements, we were having splits in the gym, and after that, Tatiana Pokrovskaya told that I can go with national team just for 1 month at first, because after the first month, some girls will be uh, uh,
Cut from the team or?
yes, some girls
Mm-hmm.
will be like cutting
Mm-hmm.
out from the team.
Yeah.
Yes, and I understood that I can do something when I left after 1 month in the team.
Mm-hmm.
It was again very difficult for me because I was the youngest, and in the team there also was two Anastasias. They were
Mm-hmm.
doing duet. They were doing combo. There was Elvira Khasyanova, who was also an Olympic champion, Anna Shorina, Maria Gromova, and I was such a young girl who couldn't understand what happens and what to do and where to run. Uh, and on my first trainings, I couldn't understand the language of Tatiana Pokrovskaya because
Mm-hmm.
only when you are in national team for many years, you can understand her because she thinks very fast.
Mm-hmm.
She can tell you, "Oh, you need to show me flower on the water. What is it, flower? How to do it?" And I couldn't understand what I'm doing here, what flower, what to do. And I'm very thankful for my teammates, for my older teammates
Mm-hmm.
like Elvira, Anna, to Anastasia. They really helped me to understand the situation because you always, of course, need to watch at coach with such open eyes
Mm-hmm.
without saying something, and you can't ask her what to do because you need to always know what to do without saying anything. You always need to work, never stop.
Wow.
Yes, and I think that it was the most difficult year for me in the national team. Uh, and after the first competitions, after the World Championship in Montreal,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Tatiana Pokrovskaya told me that that after that, I'm a good athlete.
You're good.
Yes, you are good. Okay, we will work with you. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, we'll keep you.
Yeah.
And then you made your first Olympic team in 2008, and you were I think you were 17, or you were going to be 18 in September.
Yeah, I was 18,
Um,
yeah.
how was that? Again, yeah, probably one of the youngest and first Olympics.
Um, I had some another problems. When I came to Olympics, I understood that it was my dream. But when you came to Olympics, you see the Olympic rings everywhere. I was really stressed. I was in shock because I didn't know how I will compete.
Hmm.
Because for me, it was really pressure because it was my dream. We could be the first, and I understood it. But I was very nervous. I was very, very nervous. And but some situations helped me. I was a young girl, of course, and I had some athletes whom I liked.
Mm.
For example, it was a swimmer from Netherlands, Peter van den Hoogenbaan. He
Oh.
also was a great swimmer, and he was, I don't know, maybe my idol in swimming.
Hmm.
And when I saw him, I decided that everything will be perfect. Don't worry. And after such moments, when I saw such great athletes on Olympic Games, and we saw also there the dream team, American dream team in
Hmm.
basketball. Yes, and I was just walking with my open mouth,
Yeah.
and looking around. I saw such many food.
The dining hall.
Yeah, the dining hall, and it was
All the
perfect.
athletes. Yeah.
Yes,
Talk about that.
there were so many Coca-Cola,
Oh. Yeah.
Powerade, and some drinks, but my teammates also told me, no, don't drink it too much because you will be fat very, very fast.
I mean, they aren't
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
And but after the win, we decided with Natalia to go with to McDonald's. It
You were
was also,
done.
yes, it was also a great time. It was a special prize
Hmm.
because we didn't go there during Olympic Games, and we followed this tradition in London and then in Rio.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, it was a very funny time, but of course, I was very nervous. I was
Mm.
very, very nervous, and I think that I don't want to live these days again. No.
Hmm. Well, now you know. You've been to three Olympics.
Yeah.
And I got a question, and the person was asking, did you ever have a moment in your career when you wanted to quit synchronized swimming?
Yes, I had many moments when I wanted to quit uh, because sometimes I'm very, very, very tired. When I wake up, when I close my eyes, I understand that I'm already tired. I can't go to practice, and of course, at these moments, I want to quit. And I had such situation on my first year in national team.
Hmm.
Uh, because our coach, Tatiana, she's not very kind on trainings. No. Maybe
Yeah.
you all know about it. Sometimes she shouts, and I was very afraid of her, and I wanted to quit.
Hmm.
But of course, Tatiana Danchenko helped me. My mother helped me to understand that I can't finish now because my dream will not come true never if I will finish right now.
Hmm.
Because Tatiana Pokrovskaya will not take me to the national team one more time. No.
Mm.
If you finish, you will finish. And I understood that I need to work. I need to work harder. And I had more moments when I wanted to quit, when I had injuries, and I had it 2 times. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just a fan of synchro.
Just well, you
I
did
don't
good.
want to finish it very fast. I like it.
Hmm.
It is my it's my life. It's my love. It's
Hmm.
everything for me. And I understand also that I don't know how to live without practice. I don't know how to live without competing, without competitions, because it's I think that some adrenaline for me
Hmm.
to practice to compete, and I will do it. Uh, Maybe I don't know,
When
but
did you real? Oh, sorry.
yes. But I really like to do it.
Yeah, when did you realize you wanted to make synchronized swimming your career, your profession?
I think when I was 10.
Oh, damn.
When I came to Tatiana Danchenko,
Hmm.
I understood that she's a great coach, and I wanted to work with her. But when I was maybe 12 or yes, I think 12, I told my friends, my teammates, that I would be an Olympic champion. But of course, it was just a dream.
Hmm.
But when I became an Olympic champion, my teammates told me, "Do you remember that you told before 6 years ago? You told that you would be an Olympic champion, and it becomes true." It was a very great moment in my life, and I understood that you just always need believe in yourself.
Hmm.
You mm, always must follow your dream.
Yeah, at age 12, that's a good goal. And let me see about other questions. I think yeah. Oh, so that was a question also. You were talking about you wanted to win, become an Olympic champion, and Russia is always expected to win and become Olympic champion, world champion. Do you feel that pressure as a swimmer, or is it, or not so much?
Um, I felt it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we always have a pressure because our Russian press, our Russian journalists are always talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
They are always talking about the winning of Russian synchro girls, and I think that some of them are very tired.
Of you winning?
Yeah,
Oh.
yes, it's really because they usually say, "Oh, the Russia will win." Yes, we know about it. It's not interesting. It's not a good information.
Mm.
I think that, of course, some teams are waiting when we will fall down. Of course, it's normal situation. I
Mm-hmm.
understand it. Um, but I know that while our coaches are training us, they will do everything to be the first.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Usually, everyone asks us, "What is your secret? What is the secret of Russian team?" Of course, it's our coaches. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
it's the hours which we work in the water. Uh, of course, I think that it's our determination
Mm-hmm.
and when you come to national team, you understand that you must be perfect, as I told you before. If you are
Hmm.
not perfect, you will not be in national team. We have a
Yeah.
very good selection, and we win in Common Cup, we win in juniors, and that's why I think the Russian dominate for many, many years.
Hmm. Yeah, your coaches are brilliant. It's the choreography, both of them, both Tatiana's, and every time you think somebody's getting closer, then they come up with a new choreography, and Russia is just stays ahead again.
And it
It's
is
a
very, interesting that the coaches are very different.
hmm.
Tatiana Danchenko and Tatiana Pokrovskaya. They are not similar, they are quite different. And sometimes it's very strange to work in the morning with Tatiana Danchenko. She's very calm, usually, but not always. And to work in the evening with Tatiana Pokrovskaya, uh, I don't know how to explain what is it. It's like the wave going on you. Yes, and you just need time to understand how she works.
Hmm.
She doesn't work calm, never. But sometimes I think that you can see it on competitions, but what you see on competitions, it's just like 10%, which
Okay.
happens on practice. That's why we are ready for everything.
Yeah. I guess it's a good balance between the two, but it sounds, yeah, Pokrovskaya, even just, and I don't understand Russian, but just hearing her sometimes in competitions, she scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
And speaking of routines, what has been the maybe your favorite routine you've ever swum and the most difficult one? Maybe it's the same,
Mm,
I don't know.
yes, I think that is the same routine. I will say that it's dolls routine,
Mm,
duet routine dolls. Uh, is the most, I think, beautiful routine, of course, for me. Uh, but I always say that I have my favorite routines from in other teams, in other countries. And
mm-hmm,
I can say that my favorite routine uh, in duet is also the duet of Andrea and Ona
mm.
tango,
The
which
tango,
they,
yeah.
yes, with which they showed also on Olympic Games in
Mm-hmm.
London. I don't know, maybe I'm not right. Of course, everyone has their own opinion about it, but I love these two programs much.
Mm-hmm.
Dolls and tango. I don't know. I think it was very great competitions in duet because we are all over so close.
Mm-hmm.
And mm, I remember when Ona and Andrea won the silver medal. It was, a together celebration.
Mm-hmm.
We celebrated it together. I don't know why, because I like Andrea, I like Ona, and we always like competing together, fighting together. It was a very great time, and sometimes I miss Spanish team, that Spanish team, because they
Yeah.
all these were near us, and it was cool, I think.
That was a question someone just sent it. If in which competition did you feel that another team was close to you? So would that be the 2012 Olympics, or is there another competition?
Mm, I think that it was very difficult to compete in Shanghai
Mm.
uh, World Championship in 2011. Yes,
11. Hmm.
yeah, it was, I think, very difficult because it was China.
In China. Yeah.
Yes, but I like to compete in such countries like China and Japan because they applause for everyone.
Mm.
They're smiling. They're uh, they're very kind. They're very kind spectators, and I like to compete in such countries. That's why I wanted to go to Tokyo, and I know that their public will applause for everyone.
You'll be, yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
We have one guest.
Oh, hello.
Скажи hello. Помаши
That's
ручкой.
good.
Соединить
Hi.
ручки.
How old is she now?
2 years and a half.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
She's very cute.
Thanks.
All right, maybe one final question because I think we
Yeah.
only have 10 minutes left. Well, Andrea sent in a question for you, Andrea Fuentes. So she was asking, what do you think is your best mental quality and which is the one that you would like to change?
I can say I think that my main quality is determination. I think I can say that I'm sincere, yes.
Yeah, sincere.
But I prefer to be more brave because sometimes I'm very shy and I can't ask some person the question what I want to ask. And sometimes it's very difficult for me to call someone because I'm afraid of this situation. Yes, and but I think I can say that I don't know how to translate it, or that I'm a work harder,
Hard worker.
hard
Yeah.
worker. Yeah. I don't like to sit on one place. No, I just like to do something. I like to do it, and I know that maybe after my career, I will find myself in coaching. I think so because I like to do it. Maybe not Russian national team, maybe not Russian club, maybe another country. I want to travel. If someone will invite me, sometimes maybe I will try to do it. Because sometimes I think that I want to fight because I like to do it. I like to compete, and maybe I would like to compete as a coach. And I don't know, but I will think about it just after retire.
Yeah. Well, there we go. If a country needs a national team or a coach eventually.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll let you go. Thank you so much. I think that, yeah, perfect timing.
Thank you. I will go to study English more.
No, you did great. Don't worry. That was fantastic. You gave really great answers. Oh, Bill May. Hi, Bill. The world will be knocking on your door, that's for sure.
Maybe it's a future of Synchro.
Yeah. Are you going to put her in Synchro, you think? Or
I don't know. Maybe if she would like. If she would like, of course, she would be a Synchro. But I will never coach her because I just want to be a mother, not a coach of my daughter.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, I don't know, Olympics 2036 or something. I don't know. That's a long time ago.
Maybe.
All right. Well, thank you again so much and have a good evening.
Thank
And
you.
hopefully we'll see you soon. And I hope you can go back to training also soon.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you.
All right.
Have a
Bye.
great time.
Thank you
Bye,
too.
bye. Скажи bye.
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 Не надо говорить.